Hey family, what's up? So, I decided to do a little interview with the husband, and I want to talk a little bit about entrepreneurship and also how it affects relationships and partnerships, marriages, and what some good things, bad things, anyways. So we're gonna get to the interview. We did. I think like 2 different settings already, so you may see some splices here and there. But this is going to be some really good information as far as how spouses have to interact with each other. So, my first question for you is, what's your biggest regret with when I first started up? What's your biggest regret that you wish you would have taken part in and or had more dealings with?
My biggest regret was I wish I had to participate more in the beginning than I do now. I wish I had took time to learn everything you was doing in the beginning. I mean, I know what you do now, how you make it, how you make your seafood and how you cook and stuff, but I wish I had did that earlier, you know what I'm saying? You probably would progress more, you know what I'm saying? But
and in what ways do you think we would have progressed more, or what benefits you think it would have served if you were more active in the beginning phase?
Probably would have had a food truck completed like you want to. Probably have some more new recipes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I could think of something like, you know what I'm saying, to whip up, you know what I'm saying, and could put input on it, you know what I'm saying, could do something different.
Okay. Cool. How do you feel about business and building business structures? What do you think was or is the most important thing in starting a business? As far as, I guess, well, as being a married couple, what is the most important thing with starting a business?
Make sure whoever you start business with, y'all agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all feel like that would bring money to the table. You know what I'm saying? A good income. That y'all both agree that okay, yeah, this will, you know what I'm saying, benefit us in the long run, and for it's a habit our kids can take over. You know what I'm saying? If they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? That let's say help us not to darn. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not live check for check. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a really good point. I know a lot of people won't in business itself. A lot of you who are entrepreneurs, especially if you're a wife and husband team, you have to agree. You have to live by the motto: "It's nothing personal; it's just business." But you have to sit at the table and be able to really give a. I don't like bringing a problem to the table unless I have a solution for it. So you have to be able to say, "Hey, this is a problem that we have. This is what we can do to work it out," and then value the other person's opinion about, you know, something they may see or something they think is better. I know when I started my business, I never wanted to be selfish. I always want to involve everybody into it that means something. But that does not mean I'm just out here just giving everybody an opportunity to work with me. But the people who work with me, like my sisters, my brothers, my husband, the kids, the people who work with me understand that this is my vision. And when I don't get upset when they say, "Hey, this doesn't make sense." I can't really get upset because it's somebody else's opinion about it, and that opinion could change the trajectory of where the business could possibly go.
I mean, it can help you, and like some opinions can't help you. You know what I'm saying? Help your business better, but all opinions you can't take all information.
That's true.
You gotta know what I'm saying. Okay. Something that can hurt you, so you can't listen to everything. You just gotta take, you know what I'm saying, be just basically common sense come and play with that too.
True. You have to be very cautious about your energy and your space. You have to protect your peace at all costs. because the anxiety levels, the time restraints, the time restrictions that come along with running a business is amplified, because now you have a responsibility in your hand that you have to ensure it goes right. So that's why I thought it was good to bring him on and kind of have like a talk about what we thought or what we think is good for couples. Just for anybody out there who's struggling with the business idea, like, hey honey, you have this is a video that I found that's like 10 minutes long. Kind of look at it, hear what they have to say. But nonetheless, what do you think? How do you think it? How do you think it? Well, let's say it like this: do you think that having a business put a strain on your relationship or our relationship?
I mean, like I said, beginning, yeah, cause you're like, man, you got all your time doing this. Then, like for instance, I work at a chemical plant, so of course sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I come home, we want to spend time, but you be still doing your crab seafood business. So, and then when you get done, time for me, I be going to sleep, and then you know what I'm saying, we don't have time to be with each other, but but you gotta think about it. Okay, we doing this to make, you know what I'm saying, so we can spend that time, you know what I'm saying. So in the beginning, you might not have that relationship, might be off one day, you know what I'm saying, you might be tired, or you might not see that person, but in the long run, it'll pay off because you have all the time in the world. You gotta stop sacrifices, right? Go pay off because you're doing the benefits yourself, so you can spend more time with your children, work when you want to, you know what I'm saying, be off when you want to.
Right. So. And to add a little spin to that also comes to the business owner as well, to say, hey, you have to make that time for your family. That's where I had to check myself and put into perspective that it's not all about money. It's not all about a dollar. It's about having the financial freedom and having additional money for things that you would like to do. So I had to put into perspective that, okay, you can't satisfy everybody. You're not going to be able to reach the masses in one day. You got to kind of, pace yourself and not always put money as the object of being successful in this business. Being consistent and staying motivated is what I consider me being successful. So when I tell people for a day or a Saturday that at 12 o'clock, I sold out, it's not because I don't want to service those needs, but at the same time,
you make time for your family. The
balance, right? Now, if I was doing this full time, then of course, maybe I may go to 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, but I still have to realize that, okay, I only get 2 days off as well. And I have to put that into perspective. And if people stop purchasing from me or stop dealing with me because of that, then okay, it's fine. But it's more or less a peace of mind. I've run myself completely raggedy where I've been just like tired all week, energy level on 0, just mentally exhausted, trying to maintain or keep up a steady flow of business. So I do agree with him when he said that, we bump head a lot in the beginning because, neither one of us really understood the weight of business and being willing to compromise on both his side and my side. It works out a lot better.
Right.
So now, he's a lot more involved in the business part of it. So how do you think that being in business and being an entrepreneur, how does that affect how our children act or?
It really don't affect them. It really just, matter of fact, make them helpful, because like when you doing your place, your doors out there helping you, so it's not like they don't feel left out because you showing them how to do it too. It's not like you say, "Oh, get away." No, like, hey, get this from me right here. So, you know what I'm saying? How this tastes? Or how you think we should do this? You involve them with them, so it's not like you neglecting them. You feel me?
Right. And I think for African American entrepreneurs, our biggest drawback is we think that our kids can't learn what we're doing. And that's the biggest lie. That's the biggest myth.
Right.
Teach our children, because I'm a firm believer in, okay, in the Bible, Job lost everything. He lost his children. And then at the end, he gained everything back. And in between that time, he had to go through certain periods and certain things. But when he gained it back, he had the opportunity to teach somebody else how to do something else, like how to go through this, how to benefit from just being faithful in business, being faithful in what God gives them. But I believe that, again, we as individuals and we as business owners, we don't teach our kids how to run businesses, how to. I bet you, like, a lot of kids don't know how to write checks. They don't understand they understand credit.
It's funny. A lot of kids know writing cursive now.
Well, they don't teach that anymore.
But they need to learn.
They do. Yeah, I agree. They do need to learn.
They still do it.
Because and the reason for that too is, I agree with you on that, because when you sign documents, anybody can write your name, but when you sign documents, you have someone who breaks down the structure of your signature. So teaching them that is very helpful. But a lot of kids don't